eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
No matter how far you go into the dark, when you flip, you go exactly the same place to the light in our galaxy. Everything. Because everything is in balance. Everything is a polarity.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.
What the hell is going on, everybody? Welcome to After Dark, coming to you live from Sedona. Now, I was reading the chat as I always do before the show starts. I see you guys are having a little pre-party here, which I love. And just to clear up any clarification or any confusion, let me clarify. This is After Dark is a show that we do on the channel regularly, where we just kind of hang out and chat and catch up with what's been going on, not too much of an agenda. And it is being filmed live, streamed live from Sedona. So I'm not actually outdoors after dark in Sedona, but I can understand the confusion, and I do apologize for it. Jane Kelly says, hello, everyone. Hello, Jane. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. And Corrupt NPC, thank you very much, sir, for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. But yes, I am here in the coveted and infamous Sedona, and it's been really cool so far. This is a really beautiful part of the country. I'm staying right at the base of a place called Thunder Mountain. So basically, like just outside of my accommodation is a giant, beautiful orange mountain. So feeling very lucky and blessed to be here right now. And last night, I was also lucky enough to hook up with one of the weirdos, one of you guys from the chat, and we went out and did a bit of star watching, bit of sky watching, and saw a couple of interesting things. And I've got a few photos and videos to show you guys from that as well. I've got a couple of other things to show you. Normally, you know, on this show, we just kind of go with the flow, see what you guys want to chat about, and we roll with that, and we will. But I've also got a couple of other things to show you guys and just keep you up to date with what's been going on. Red rocks are red, right? Yes, Pinky, I can confirm the red rocks are indeed red. It's not a psyop. It's not AI. They are very red. In fact, some of the reddest rocks I've ever seen are out here. I would say that. That is true. Prison Mike with 6 months says, love you. This is the closest I've ever physically been to Jash. Is that right, sir? Whereabouts are you located? Are we going to cross paths? If we do, I'll buy you a beer or a coffee, whatever you like, whatever you prefer. Speaking of coffee, I had one of the worst coffees of my life this morning. Beautiful country, amazing people, shit coffee. I'm sorry to say it, guys. You haven't figured that one out yet. You've got a lot of other things down absolutely pat, but you haven't quite figured out the coffee yet. And that's okay, because we can't be amazing at everything. But yes, I did have coffee flavored milk this morning that I basically had to put down a house deposit to pay for. Fantastic. Mark Boyce with $10 says, are you going to look at UFOs with Melinda? I got tickets for Tucson. Looking forward to that. I live in the Phoenix metro area. I'd like to buy you dinner or just make a yummy dinner at my place. Oh, Mark, that sounds delicious. Will I be looking at UFOs with Melinda? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Like, I've been out. Like I said, I was out last night. I think we're going to go out again maybe tomorrow night. And it's been great. But a part of me wants to go do that as well, just to kind of see what it's about, what all the fuss is about, if it's so good. Because everyone says it's amazing. And apparently there's like like she gives you your money back if you don't see anything. But the thing is, it's like, what is something? You know, like, where do we draw the line on like that's anomalous or that isn't? Because, you know, like, for example, I did the Chris Bledsoe Skywatch at Contact in the Desert. And given that it's Chris Bledsoe and he, you know, often has orbs just on his shoulder, like he says, and he has these incredible up close experiences, you would sort of expect, going to his Skywatch, or you would hope that you would look. I don't expect orbs to appear on his shoulder or my shoulder or anything like that, but I would expect to see something that I can definitively say, well, that isn't a satellite 100%. And I feel like a lot of the things you see in the sky, it's like, could be a satellite. You know, it's okay. It's not on the satellite tracker, but it's behaving exclusively like a satellite. It's just kind of going in the one direction. Sometimes it kind of looks like they wiggle a little bit. They maybe veer. And those are the ones it's kind of like, oh, is that, maybe that's something. but it's still like a maybe. You know what I mean? It's nothing that's going to like blow your hair back and be like, oh my God, we saw something. Now, in saying that, I will say last night, again, lots of that in the sky. Actually, I'll show you guys some pictures of what we were doing. So lots of that in the sky, but the most anomalous thing came from the ground twice, actually. But this was our little setup here. So you guys might know, or you might remember KK Loco. He often is here in the chat, mingling with you guys. That's who took me out. This is his dog, Damien. Shout out to Damien. He was keeping on guard for all the interdimensional scaries that were lingering around. And that's KK side by side, which you guys know. I didn't even know what that was a couple of weeks ago, but it's like a little four-wheel drive ATV that can basically just drive over anything at full speed, and it doesn't matter. Check this out though. Where is it? So this was us just after the sun had gone down. That's the moon. Excuse me. And even in this, I mean, you guys, yeah, you can already see some stars in that. It was a really beautiful night, very clear, but it was literally a full moon. Okay, so like the visibility was good, but it was super bright from the moon, so it was like also kind of interfering, but it was beautiful. Speaking of the moon, look at this, right? When the moon just came up, it looked like a sun.
It's insane. You can't even tell it's the moon. It looks like the sun.
That's literally the moon. It looks like the sun. And obviously, you know, iPhone, the cameras, they never really do it justice. But when that thing just came up over the horizon, it was huge and like orange. And honestly, it was like kind of ominous, or at least I was scared. But I got a better photo of it here. So here you can tell it's the moon. But that photo was basically taken at the exact same time as that video that I just showed you guys. I'll move it so you can see it a little bit better. Where is it? But yeah, look at that. You can see we had a really good vantage point. Like we're on this little landing here with the dirt overlooking like the valleys and stuff. And yeah, I mean, this is like totally unedited. I think I just pulled the exposure down a tiny bit on my iPhone and that's it. Wild, right? That's a space station. I think you're right, DTP. I think you're right. That ain't no moon. That ain't no moon. That's a Death Star. And I think I got one more here. Oh, no, I don't. I've got something else to show you. Got a couple of things other to show you guys. But yeah, pretty wild, right? So that was really cool. That was not far from Bradshaw Ranch. And we actually went to Bradshaw Ranch. We may have jumped the fence, but apparently all the kids are doing it, so it's okay. We got into Bradshaw Ranch. We had a little look around the buildings. It was kind of creepy. But nothing crazy happened. Nothing wild happened there, but it was a cool experience. I did vlog a bit of it. Not sure what I'm going to do with the footage yet. Obviously, the camera that I vlog with can't really capture the night sky very well. So KK Loco did have some night vision goggles that can record. So there will be some, hopefully we'll be able to get some of that footage to like maybe overlay and I can put it together in a vlog. But it was a cool night out. I'll tell you guys about the most anomalous thing that we saw. Cool shirt, Josh. Thank you, Rusty. Appreciate you. Hello, Moon Girly. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. So like I said, plenty of things in the sky that are just lights that aren't flashing, that are moving. And, you know, it's like, what could that be? Plenty towards Secret Mountain, by the way, especially towards the later part of the night that would kind of just like, you know, appear, move, and then just like fade out. Plenty of that happening. But again, it's like at the end of the day, it's just a light. Well, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It probably is something anomalous that I can't explain, but it's not like, oh my God, I just had a close encounter. You know what I mean? Not that I want to get abducted or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? Is it a vetted t-shirt? No, it's an American Alchemy shirt. Limited edition, by the way, I think. Anyway, the most anomalous thing we saw was looking down over the valley. Like I said, you can see in this photo, right? This one. You can kind of see here that we're looking down down over valleys. We've got like a high vantage point. Now it wasn't this direction, but this is what it looked like basically all around us. We had a really good like elevation. And from here, we were looking out, and I was looking through the night vision, so I kind of didn't see the first time. The KK goes, "What the hell is that?" And then I looked, and just as I looked, I saw a light blink out. And I mean, you can't see my mouse, but like this light was probably about here. So like it's in front of the mountains in the background, and it's just on the floor, right? It's just on the ground in the shrubbery. It appears, and then it disappears. And then it appears again, like lower, like down here. And then we were both looking at it. I'm looking at it through the night vision. And then on the night vision, it just goes and like pops up super bright. And I ripped away the night vision, and I just saw it basically like blink out, and then it was gone. And like where this is, there's like nothing there. There's no one there. There's nothing there. It just seemed like it came out of the ground almost. And then I would say, I don't know degrees, but say if that orb was at 12 o'clock, then at about 10 o'clock, a similar thing kind of happened. But they were kind of moving across the ground and then disappearing. And yeah, kind of wild. So, and also kind of interesting that the most anomalous thing that we saw came from the earth, not the sky, right? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? That, a lot of people say like, look up, but like that's the psyop. It's actually like look down. But yeah, like I said, cool. Can't put my finger on it. Can't explain it. Didn't see a being, but definitely a super cool experience. You got to do Bradshaw Ranch. We did. We went in there yesterday. Yep, we went in there yesterday. It's quite creepy. No one's in there. People are definitely like squatting and having little house parties in the abandoned buildings and stuff. I'm sure you guys will see it when I put it together on a vlog. I'm not sure how I'm going to throw it together just yet, but I will eventually. What else we got here? Dave Bryson. Oh, Dave Bryson. We've got a video to show to people, don't we? My man, you look like a 2026 Art Bell in that aesthetic. Thank you, sir. I have seen comments of people calling me the Australian Art Bell. And you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Thank you. Appreciate it, Dave. Mark says, it might be easier with the latest generation night vision goggles. My wife and I went to go with Melinda, and she canceled last minute due to weather. It was a clear night. Oh, okay. Can we get some sus dogs in the chat about that one? I've heard as well that, Melinda, and like understandably, they go out at like 7, 8 p.m. So, you're probably coming back at like midnight or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's the best time to see stuff. I would have thought you would want to be out there at like 3 a.m., when all the weird shit happens. I don't know. That's just my guess. In saying that, though, I would say I feel like we saw more things in the sky from like 9 till 11. But I also have heard that satellites are most visible around that time. I've heard that. So that could make sense, and also make sense why a lot of the things just go in a straight line across the sky. Even though they're not on the satellite trackers, doesn't mean they're not actually a satellite. Prison Mike says, I'm in Ohio hitchhiking, couch surfing, invite stands. Oh, you're in Ohio. Yeah, dude, that's nowhere near me. Unfortunately, although next year, if I come back next year, which I probably will, I want to go to Incarceration, the Incarceration like heavy metal festival in Ohio. That looks sick. So next year, KK Loco gifted 10 memberships. My man, thank you very much, bro. And thank you for taking me out last night. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Let's get some love in the chat for KK Loco, people. Come on. Let's lift this energy up a little bit. Stevie with 10 months says, can you please do your American accent more often? Give me a line, Stevie. Give me a line and give me a state, and I'll do my best. It has to be a state that I've been. Although I would say I couldn't, out of all the states I've been, I can't really differentiate too much. I feel like these western, southwestern states so far are all pretty similar. So, but I can do my best, mate. Give me a line. Rambro with 1 gifted membership. Thank you very much, Rambro. Lovely to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Toxic Fart says, last year you said you'd sleep on your tummy while in Arizona. Well, Toxic Fart, I sleep on my tummy basically every night, okay? So, yeah. Yep, I have. Are you happy with that? You satisfied? I am sleeping on my tummy. And if the aliens want to come and abduct me, so be it. So be it. Yep, this is a live stream. Okay. What else do I have to show you guys? Okay. So, other than going out with KK Loco in Sedona, I actually haven't done too much yet because I've been busy editing an interview with Dr. Jonathan Reed. So I've done the interview. I've spoken to him. The interview is over 3 hours long. It's going to be my longest interview so far. And initially I had to hold off dropping it, but I don't have to hold off dropping it anymore. So basically I can drop it as soon as it's ready, which will take a little while. Hopefully only a couple more days, but yeah, that's what's coming up. So hopefully you guys are excited for that because I was really excited to speak to him. And I just want you guys to watch the interview, and I'm actually really interested to see how you feel because I've swayed back and forth on this case like more times than I can even count. And yeah, I think I might even I want to release the podcast, and I want to let people digest it, see what people think. And then I think I'm going to do a part 4 and just kind of outline my thoughts on the strangeness around the case. But I don't want to influence how people feel, you know what I mean? So I just want you guys to digest it and make up your own minds. Josh, did you see Casper Sight's interview with him this week? I did, Brandon. I did. Yep. He got the first interview. You know what? Let's watch the trailer. So this is the trailer for the movie. This is why I got to do the interview, because I guess I was one of the people that covered his story on YouTube. And, you know, it is a super controversial case, and I understand that. So maybe because I was one of the ones that they put me in the documentary. But anyway, here's the trailer, and this is, I guess, why I got to do the interview.
When this first happened to me, I was not into science fiction.
Sorry about your eardrums.
"30 years, 3 decades since the silence of the Pacific Northwest forest was shattered by a story that refused to die.
What happened to the alien?
It
Who's
could
that?
actually be real legit.
This is legit alien footage.
A story of a man, a discovery, and a truth that lay beyond the stars.
Would you play the sound for us once again, please?
Yes, I will.
This is the case of Dr. Jonathan Reed.
This is what so many people try to say doesn't exist.
I will say, I straight up just asked him with this footage. I was like, mate, this footage is the most unbelievable part of the story. Is it real? Like, did you fake it? I just asked him straight out.
Found something not of this earth. An extraterrestrial being, and with it, a technology that defied human understanding.
I didn't believe in any of this at all, but yet I couldn't deny what was happening to me.
So I ended up just opening the thermal blanket and wrapping the body up into it. I'll show you the videotape. I said the body's in the garage. But again, the proof was in the freezer. The entity that I call Freddy is in constant communication with me. It has to do with things that are happening now and that are going to be happening soon.
There it is. So yeah, that first of all, if you want to watch my coverage on it, just search Dr. Jonathan Reed Polarity. I'm sure it'll come up. I did two-part series last year. But you can watch the documentary for free right now. It's on YouTube. I'm sure someone would be able to grab the link for it. I don't have it handy right now, but it's free if you want to watch the documentary. It goes for about an hour. And I think my interview with him, don't have a set stage yet. It's Tuesday. Still got a bit of work to do on it. I would like to say by the weekend or on the weekend, I'll have that out. Let's hope anyway. There you go. Looks like Build on Sound has a link for you guys. Absolute legend. I mustached you a question. I mustached him many questions, actually, and he answered them all. I'm not going to tell you what he said, though. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait and see. And we've lost all the super chats. Fantastic. I know there's a few more to get to here. Where are we? Okay. Prison Mike says, I would love to go to incarceration too. Accent suggestion, pasta, massage. Massage. Do I say massage weird? What do you mean by accent suggestion? Like pasta accent? I'm not sure what you mean. But I'm assuming these are words that you find funny that I say. Do I say massage weird? Massage? How else do you say it? Massage. Massage. I don't know. Anyway, Rambro says gold. Congratulations on the 12-month, my man. Thank you very much for all of the support. Gold looks good on you. Dom says, what's up, Josh? And Weirdo Legends, what's up, Dom? Thank you very much for the 8 months. Dave Bryson with 7 months says, if someone played art in a movie, I truly believe it should be Edward Norton. Prove me wrong. I think that's a good casting. I think that's good. And Dr. Reed's mustache, better than Richard Doty's mustache. Are we going to have a mustache competition here? What about mine? I think if I shaved this and this, I could have some solid handlebars happening. I think I could do it. There was also a super chat here that isn't showing up, but it's over here from Zapparoo, who says, great job, Josh. Wow, the wood paneling. Excuse me, sir. Are you laughing at my accommodation? This is all I could afford. Okay, you have a very expensive country, and I'm in a very touristy part of it. And my humble abode serves me just fine. Thank you very much. I appreciate the super chat. I'll put it towards better accommodation. American History X always gets me hyped to work out. He was a beast in that. Man, I haven't watched that movie in such a long time. Trying to help? I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Premium American comfort. Yeah, no, it actually, despite its aged look, it actually is quite comfortable. It has everything that you need. And like I said, at the foot of a mountain, which you guys obviously can't see, but there is it's a really nice spot. Josh, we'll be passing through Amarillo, Texas. I will not be passing through Amarillo, Texas. Philip White. I'll be going to Houston, Dallas, and Austin. I was going to San Antonio, but then I decided not to, and I decided to stay longer in Austin. Someone else commented on your accent, so I offered examples. I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm still happy to hit you with an American accent. I just need a line. A line to say. Sorry, I'll just clarify that. Just a line to say. You got to check out Slide Rock in Sedona. I think there's a lot here that I need to check out, honestly. I'm going to get an e-bike. Don't know how regular bike would go on the old ankle, but an e-bike, no problem. I don't know if I told you guys, I did e-bikes through San Francisco. We got e-bikes at the Fisherman's Wharf, went like up to the Golden Gate Bridge, across down to Sausalito and back. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. If you want to stay by North Portugal, we can UFO hunt. John, I'm going to say right now that I will be in Portugal in 2030 for the next World Cup, because despite it being goy ball and bread and circuses, it is one of the... Not only is it just so much fun, even if you don't really care about soccer, to just go and support your country and all the colors and the good energy and the vibrance of it all. But just seeing people from different cultures mingle and have fun and just party with each other, even though their teams are playing each other, like it's like, who cares? Seeing people from different countries just get along, mingle, have fun and party and enjoy each other's company is really nice. It's a really nice reminder that like all the fucking bullshit that you see has nothing to do with like you or other people. It's completely orchestrated by governments, militaries, and their own problems and their own agendas. And they make everyone of those countries feel like we all hate each other and we're meant to hate each other, when it's like, no, actually, this is your problem. And we're all having a lot of fun feeding each other tequila shots and throwing each other up in the air, celebrating the World Cup. If you want to go and kill people in another country, you go do that. We're going to stay here and drink tequila and throw each other up in the air. Facts? Yep, it is facts. It is facts. And I can say that because I've now seen it. I've now seen, and you realize how much of a psyop it is. MK Ultra continued. Yeah, well, apparently I haven't seen much of it, but apparently there was an MK Ultra hearing this morning. I had been keeping my eye on it. It was meant to be like a month ago, and I wanted to cover it like I do with a lot of these things. We cover it live, but then it got postponed, and I didn't know exactly when. I was a bit out of the loop, and I didn't get to sleep till super late last night, obviously, because we were out looking at the sky. So I completely missed it, unfortunately. But I do want to check out the clips. Judging from people's reaction on X, no one's ever satisfied. It's never really good enough. I don't know. Does anyone have a different opinion on that watched it? Did anybody feel like some really interesting information was brought to light and that anything significant could come from it? Or did it feel like the second UFO congressional hearing, where it was just kind of like, oh, this is a stage and you're all actors? So that Josh, you were still yapping in Discord after 4 a.m. Yeah, look, it was a late night last night. I'm only 10 minutes in. Okay, I'm sure as the day and the days go on, we will hear a little bit more. In the meantime, Zapparoo, welcome back, you little freak. Thank you very much for becoming a member again. Appreciate you. Prison Mike says, grab a postie bike. Honda sells a modern version. A postie bike. Is that like a specific style of e-bike? All the posties would be riding motorbikes. Or is that what you're saying? Get a motorbike. If I can legally ride a motorbike here, I absolutely would, but I don't think I can. Same old, same old. Yeah, it doesn't shock me, Pinky Parker. Doesn't shock me. Coda says it didn't move the needle at all. Some lady called out because she was an obvious plant, not there to talk about MK Ultra. Some lady called out because she was an obvious plant. As in, some lady got called out because she was like being obstructive to information coming out. That's kind of interesting. The hearing was very brief. That's always such a shame when that happens. And that's what I don't get about these UFO hearings as well, is that there's such a big concerted effort to, even make the hearing happen, to get the whistleblowers there. It's all this like, really hard work, tough work. And they tell you that too, that this is like really tough and it's hard to bring all this together and bring everyone together. And these whistleblowers, they're under their life is under threat to be here. And then they get up there and it's like 5 minutes. Time's up. Shut up. Time's up. Shut up. Sorry, we can't hear from you anymore. Sorry, you were about to reveal all the secrets that are hidden deep within Lockheed Martin. Oh, sorry, only had 5 minutes. Sorry. Next. Like, it's silly. It's silly that these people are under time limits and we've got a schedule to keep. Oh, sorry. I thought we were trying to uncover criminal acts that have been subverting the entire American Constitution. Didn't realize we had a time limit to figure that out. Kind of seems a little more important than a 5-minute time limit. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Dave Bryson, thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships, sir. We're going to get to that video in a moment. Josie, welcome back, you little freak. Thank you very much. Old Soul Joe, thank you as well. 4 months. Nothing to sneeze at. And Anomalous Lab gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Anomalous Lab. Very kind of you. You're a beautiful little Labrador, you are. Okay. And the mic, yes, don't forget the audio problems, of course. Do not forget the audio problems. Would it be an important congressional hearing about the psychological warfare imparted upon the citizens of this country, or the trillions of dollars that have been funneled into black projects that are illegal? Would it be a congressional hearing about these really important things without the microphones not working? No. No, it wouldn't. Lucas, lovely to see you. He says, I have a very important message for you all. And then he zipped his mouth closed. Kind of sounds like every UFO journalist there is, actually, and whistleblower. He knows something he really wishes he could tell us, but he just can't. Unlucky for you, listener. Unlucky for you. Josh, will you hit up the mothership while you're in Austin? I plan to. I definitely plan to. If it's really good, I'll go more than once. I love comedy. I love stand-up comedy. I think I told you guys I saw Chris D'Elia when I was in Vegas. Hilarious. And I think, a lot of those dudes in that crew kind of frequent the mothership. So hopefully we can catch a couple of cool shows. How do we know this is really Josh? You don't. You don't, actually. It could be AI. And you'll never know. You just have to trust. You have to lean into your intuition and think about, how does it feel? Does it feel like authentic Josh, or does it feel like another government psyop? Only you can answer that. Am I a hologram? Am I stage 1 of Project Bluebeam? Only you can answer that. And the beauty is, the truth is subjective. Some of you might say, yes, it is a hologram, and this is a psyop, and that will be the world that you live in. And someone will say, no, it is Josh, and that will be the world that they live in. That's the beauty of knowing that you have a conscious choice over your perspective on everything. And then you can just live in that reality. It sounds a little delusional, but it works. It's Josh, lisp is down pat if it isn't. God damn this microphone. God damn it. Okay, I want to show you guys this video because this is hilarious. Where is it? Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay, we've got it here. So Dave Bryson, who's here in the chat, he likes to watch the show with his dog Ruby. Okay, and Ruby doesn't like Sus Dog. And recently, Sus Dog came out of his kennel. We were probably watching some kind of UFO discussion. And naturally, Sus Dog comes out of the kennel frequently when that happens. And Ruby didn't like it. Let's watch.
Ruby, what's the matter? What's the matter, Ruby? Are you scared of Sus Dog?
Oh, no.
Is Ruby scared of Sus Dog?
She doesn't like it.
Oh, he's gonna get you. Oh.
So there you go. Sorry to all of the pups at home who get a little bit freaked out when Sus Dog comes out of the kennel. I can't control him. I don't keep him on a leash. He comes out based on suspect scents, and you never know when he's going to come out. So keep your pets safe when we're watching content together, because Sus Dog might make an appearance. Shout out to Ruby for handling it like a champ. And thank you, Dave, for sending that video in. I love to see stuff like that. It's not the first one either. I've seen a few other people's pets getting a little sus on Sus Dog, or even just excited that there's a dog on TV. And by the way, isn't it just kind of amazing as well that
Ruby, what's the matter?
Ruby and any other dog can identify Sus Dog on this screen. You know what I mean? They're so smart.
Are you scared?
Look how small Sus Dog is on that screen. He's just tucked away in the corner there, which is on what looks like quite a big TV. And Ruby ain't having it. She doesn't want little, big, any size of Sus Dog.
Sus Dog. Is Ruby scared of sus dog?
The growling. I love it.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna get ya! Oh.
And of course, you have to scare your own dog because obviously that's what a good dog owner does. I would do the same. Love it. Thank you for sending that in, Dave. Absolutely hilarious. Jamal with 8 months says the hearing shined a light on some things never spoken about in public. I felt it was good. Hopefully, this is just the beginning of the conversation. I like that bit of a positive look on things. The only thing I would say, and I haven't seen it, so I can't be too negative or positive, is that getting the conversation started is kind of what we were told in the first UFO hearing. And now we're still doing these kind of like hearing things and these discussions and handing out trophies even. People are getting disclosure trophies and we don't even know what these things are yet. Isn't it crazy? So hopefully we don't start getting MK Ultra trophies at the next hearing because that would be disturbing. But my point is that we are years down the track from the first UFO hearing and we're having these things and people are still saying, well, you know, it's good to get the conversation out there and, you know, it's good to be talking about these things. It's like, yeah, it is. But, you know, generally you want something to happen. And it's been quite a few years now. So hopefully soon, maybe, possibly. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. I don't want to be too pessimistic, even though I definitely already have been. But it's not looking good, Brad. It's not looking good, is it? It's really not. But, you know, I keep my mind open. Don't count your chickens till they've hatched or something like that. Whatever that saying is. What else we got here? Old Soul Joe with 666 DKKs. And they say $100. I'm assuming this is What is DKK? Thank you very much. That's a huge super chat, by the way. What is DKK? Let me figure this out. DKK currency. Danish krones. There you go. Thank you very much for 666 Danish krones. An interesting number for that to convert to, I must say, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It's a very big super chat, and I appreciate you, Joe. Brad says, if you have the time, check out Enchanted Rock just outside of Austin. Texas-sized vortex energy there. Maybe we'll cross paths. Will I see you in the vortex? Is that where we can find you, Brad, inside the vortex? Fantastic. Looking forward to it, man. I don't know how much. Look, all I know is when I get to Texas, I need to buy a cowboy hat. I need to get some barbecue. And I think that's about it. Okay, I need to do those things first, and then I'll start looking into vortexes and things like that. But I'll add it to the list. Thank you very much. Christina says, what the hell is going on, weirdos? Love this community. Christina, we love you too. Thank you very much for the 3 months. And RV with 8 months says, some love in the chat for all the Polarity pets. Also, it's nearly 3 a.m. Please do some more earlier streams as well. RV, first of all, thank you for tuning in at 3 a.m. I think that's just amazing that people are doing that and destroying their own sleep to be here with us. But can I promise you I'll do them earlier? No, I can't. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just because I'm doing my best already. Because it's you know, on the road, traveling, trying to keep the streams coming, trying to do stuff. It's tough. And honestly, I'm just happy that I'm streaming. I'm just happy that I'm live. So I'll get them in whenever I can. I'm sure there will be some, but when, I can't tell you. But I appreciate you being here either way. And you guys know you can always just tune in with the VOD Squad. Lots of people tuning in on the VOD Squad. We love that. Got to go to a Buc-ee's. That is also on the list for Texas, a Buc-ee's. This is like the mecca of petrol stations, right? They're a petrol station, but it's also like a theme park from my understanding. You're doing good, Josh. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Doing my best. That's all you can do, isn't it? Hope you can make it to Junius. It is on. It's on my radar. I mean, I'm flying to New York. I've already got that part sorted, Chewy. So I'm gonna be in New York. I don't have tickets to the show yet, but I'm sure I'll sort that out when we get a little bit closer to it. I'm looking forward to it. NSB with 50 gifted memberships. Oh my word. That's a big gift. Every day is a gift. Wow. 50 of them, in fact. Thank you very much, NSB. That's absolutely huge. Guys, can we get some big love in the chat for NSB? And if you received one of those 50 memberships, use your manners, please. Make sure you say thank you. That's absolutely huge. Big support. I appreciate that a lot. Dave Bryson says, wish you could have seen Ruby watch herself. She misses Suki. Love the weirdos. That's awesome, man. And yes, I know that as well. A lot of you guys used to say that your pets used to love watching Suki. And man, I can't wait to get yeah, you got it, Rambro. I can't wait to have her little camera back up here. I miss that so much. Not long now. It's getting close, guys. It really is getting close, you know. What is it? What are we on? We're at the end of June. It's less than 2 months. Less than 2 months. That's actually crazy. You know, I was thinking back today. Man, I got to say, I loved being in Bali. I mean, but like when I was in Asia, it felt like more like I was like in America here. It feels like I'm traveling. You know what I mean? Like I'm nowhere for more than like 4 days. It's very difficult. You're just like constantly, you're not really relaxing too much unless you just dedicate a day to just doing like absolutely nothing. And then it feels like you're wasting your time. But I have to say, when I was thinking about Bali today, I was like, man, living in Bali, unreal. That was such a cool 3 months. Like where I was staying, just the whole vibe, the ease of life living there, man. Shout out Bali. Absolutely unreal. So many Aussies rip on it because it's kind of like a common holiday spot for us. But, you know, I think you can focus on the shitty parts of it if you want to, but you can also have an amazing time. Amazing. Kelly with 10 months says, can't believe it's been 10 months already. Josh, never change. Your Saki humor is comedy gold. Thank you very much, Kelly. And thank you for the 10 months as well. Only 2 more and you're going to have a beautiful gold badge next to your name. Absolutely incredible. And so how long has it been? It's been, for at the end of June, it's basically been 7 months to the day that I've been overseas. Man, it's crazy. How quick. I mean, it feels like it's gone quick. Feels like it's gone slow at the same time. It's just wild, you know? I feel like a lot of you guys probably remember like the last stream I did in Australia where it was like I was heading overseas. Now we're here. It's almost over. It's just crazy how time works, how it just keeps going forward, right? Isn't that weird? It keeps going forward. I thought it was going to stop. It didn't. Just kept going. Here we are. Buc-ee's treats its employees horribly. I would never shop there. Is that true, David? Is it? Sorry if I missed it in the chat. It is a gas station, right? It's a gas station that is the equivalent to a theme park. You should relax in some hot springs. It's summer here, so it's like 40 degrees outside. Well, like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know if hot springs are necessary. However, enjoying a, something like some kind of muscle relaxant bath would be nice. That would be nice. I definitely need a massage, that's for sure. We're feeling a little jacked up over here. I'd love to visit the States. You definitely should. Guys, if you have always wanted to visit the States, but you're like in Australia, and I'm not knocking you for this either, but if you're like in Australia going like, the war is going to erupt and Trump and Black Lives Matter and the protests and the guns, bro, fuck that shit off. That is propaganda. Like, look, those things obviously happen, but like that's not reality. That's not what it's like to just be here and be in the streets. Like that's the news. That's like psyop city news fucking with your perception of the world. Come here, you realize it's nothing like that. It's beautiful. Everyone is extremely kind that I've met. Obviously, there are bad people here. There's bad people everywhere, but like it's just not what you think it is on the news. And I would highly recommend everyone come here. And I think I think like Americans get a bit of a bad rap around the world for being like a little bit arrogant or obnoxious or thinking like America is like the only country in the world. And, you know, that is true. Like they really do think they're the center of the world. Not all of them, but like they do have a reputation for that. And it is valid because a lot of them do think that way. Not all of them, but some do. What I will say is when you come here, you see how like big and grandiose and patriotic everything is. And you're kind of like, oh, I get it. I get why they're like that. And like in some ways, I'm like, man, I wish my country was a bit more like that. Like I wish we had our flags up everywhere and everyone was like really proud of our nation and like wanted to protect the values that it was founded upon. Like I love that so much about this country. And it's such an endearing quality about American people as well. And, you know, the country has its problems. What country doesn't? But I think it's the governments. It's not the people. And you could say that you could say that about Australia. You could say it about Israel. It's the government. It's not the people. America is really the best country on earth. I mean, I don't know if I could say the best, but it's great. It is great. And I'm not saying that because I could say something else is the best. I feel like no matter where you go, this is one thing I've learned from traveling. No matter where you go, no country is perfect. Some countries are great, but they will also have their cons. And I think if you want to like decide to live somewhere or you want to go to a new country, you're probably never going to find somewhere that's perfect. It's about what benefits are you willing to trade for the cons of that country. I feel like every country's got different benefits and different cons, and you just have to find which ones suit you the most or where you're willing to sort of accept them, which ones you're willing to accept. I just visit California for the first time from the East Coast, and it was interesting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going over the East. A lot of people that I've spoken to, people here in the chat, have said that it's like a different world over there. So I'm excited to see like what the flip side is like, you know. I don't think I'm going to like New York. I mean, I want to see the sights and stuff, but like, man, I don't like that, you know, the whole concrete jungle, hustle bustle, fast paced, all that shit, you know. That's just not me. I'd have agreed 10 years ago, but it's sad to see what's happening here. Yeah, I feel you. I know what you're saying, but you know what? It's happening to the West. It's happening to Australia. It's happening to England. Well, it's happening to the UK. It's happening in Canada, and it'd be happening in New Zealand too. And so when you realize that, you have to also realize that this isn't a coincidence. This is a structured demolition. This is a controlled demolition of the West. Let's not get into that conversation because, you know, we're having fun right now. But I think in some way, maybe there is some comfort to be found in that like, we're not just living through these chaotic times where it's like, oh my God, every country is just spontaneously dying. Like it's all going wrong somehow. No, this is controlled. Like this is a structured demolition of the Western society. This is what's happening. So in some way, you know, you can sort of like know that there is some kind of plan being enacted here. And I think obviously it's still kind of sad and frightening in some ways, but knowing that it's not out of control, I don't know. Maybe there's some like consolidation to be found in that. I don't know. Maybe not. I tried. Sorry. Tried to make you feel better. Probably didn't. Oh well. 420 Breezy. If you were passing through Amarillo, you would be able to go to the Big Texas and do the 720-ounce steak challenge. Just a thought. Oh, don't tempt me with a 72-ounce steak. 420 Breezy. God damn. You know what? One thing I want to have that I've never had in my life and that I really want to have here, and maybe you guys can recommend me a place in Texas that I am going to. I've never had a tomahawk steak in my life. And I'm a steak guy. I love steak and love steak. But I've never had a big fat tomahawk with the bone on it. And I need to have one, obviously. So if anyone knows a good steak place in Texas, I want to go get a tomahawk steak. Dude, what? How? How, Gatesy girl? Because the tomahawk steaks are usually like $120. And I can normally just get like a nice steak for like 40. So, you know, like the tomahawk, it's like a novelty special occasion type thing. And I've just never, I actually went to go have one for my birthday a couple of years ago, picked out this beautiful Argentinian restaurant and got there and I was like, yeah, this is it, baby. My birthday. I'm getting the tomahawk. Waiter comes over and hands the menu and me like all cocky and confident, kind of like, don't need that. I know what I'm getting. Tomahawk. Sorry, we actually don't have the tomahawk steak today. Birthday ruined. Birthday ruined. So, and that was years ago. Never ever happened again since. But you know, we're going to be in Texas soon. I think that's the time for it. Got to hit up Terry Black's barbecue in Austin. Much love, weirdos. Bifta, thank you very much, bro. Lovely to see you as well, man. Terry Black's barbecue. Guys, we need to write these down somewhere that I'm not going to lose them. Put them in. Do I need to make a Discord channel called Josh's American Food Recommendations? And the Americans can just get in there and drop some fire for me. And I can just, that way it's saved and I can just comb through it and eat until my arteries are blocked, which I'm well on my way to doing, by the way. Toxic Farts says happy birthday to Heather Harding's son. Heather, happy birthday to your son. Big love. Foodarity. Yep, there's a whole lot of that going on. And Richo says surgery went well and I'm home in time for some Polarity. Hell yeah, brother. What, you just got home? Perfect timing, dude. And I hope the surgery went smoothly and I hope you recover okay as well. If you don't get one in Texas, we'll take care of that in Florida. Yes, sir. Hey, maybe both. Maybe both. I would love to go and get a tomahawk steak with you, bro. Can't wait. Hey, I've got a question. Speaking of Texas and Florida, if I'm interested in going to do like the touristy thing for NASA, should I do that in Houston or should I do the Cape Canaveral thing? I'm pretty sure Cape Canaveral, right? But I feel like Houston also has like a big NASA connection and probably some kind of tourist offerings there as well. Are you going to North Carolina? I'm not, Phil. I'm not. I'm going to be staying with SERP, which is down in Florida. And we may go up for maybe a little weekend trip to Savannah, Georgia. That's probably about as far as I'll go. Then I'll be skipping over you and heading to New York. Cape. All right, Cape Canaveral it is. Or Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, fantastic. I'll head to Huntsville, Alabama, and then you'll never see me again. I'll go visit Space Force, and then you'll never see me again. 81 Steakhouse on Highway 81, just on the northeast edge of Comanche, Oklahoma, the greatest. Not going there, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. You know what I really want is some like good like southern barbecue. I feel like you can get that in Texas, right? But also Louisiana, like when I'm in like Lafayette or New Orleans, just some good brisket, dirty old slaw. You know what I'm saying? Savannah is beautiful. I've heard that. I actually met a family from Georgia when I was kayaking on the Colorado River, and their accent is unique. That's actually a really unique American accent, and I told them that. And I've heard that accent before, and I always wondered, like, what is that? Like, I actually thought this is going to sound funny and maybe rude even. The only time I'd heard that accent was watching video game streamers, and I thought they just spoke that way because they were autistic. Because you know how sometimes autistic people, like, they not all of them, but some of them might talk a bit funny, like just a little bit. I honestly thought the Georgia accent was autism. Really, I did. And then I started to hear more people and I was like, oh my God, this is like a little pocket of the States where they talk like that. It's a really cool accent. It's really cool. It's so unique. It feels like it's blending elements from like the whole country. I'm a fan. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, I nearly put 420 Breezy in timeout. We don't want that. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Amateur hour. There we are. Mark says, I'll buy you a tomahawk. Hit me up. Fleming's or Capital Grill? I don't know, Mark. You tell me. I'm a foreigner. I don't know shit. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. I'm just existing and going where the wind takes me. And I'm having a great time doing it. Taste of Texas in Houston, top rated. That does sound good. Taste of Texas. I've also heard that in Texas, I mean, I told you guys that I've been eating a lot of Mexican. I've actually backed off the Mexican a little bit in like the last week because I was beginning to turn into a fajita, but I do love it a lot. And I'm sort of doing that because when in Texas, they have this thing called Tex-Mex, right? I've heard Tex-Mex is amazing. Is this like, what is it? Why is Tex-Mex different to normal Mexican food? Because it's still Mexican, right? Like what is Tex about it? Can anyone clarify this for me? Because I've heard it's amazing and I'm obviously going to eat it. B-Bird, you little freak. Thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. You should hear Deep Cajun. I have. Yep. We looked at that a couple of months ago. I think when I was in Thailand, we were looking at accents on streams and someone showed me the Cajun accent. It's kind of like deep south with this like French flair to it, which is again super unique and interesting. I want to be Texas in every lifetime. Man, Texas seems like such a polarizing place. I've heard people say like Texas is the best, Texas is unreal, and then I've heard people go, bro, don't go to Texas. Texas sucks. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm excited for it though. I would say it's one of the places I've been more excited for sure. Tex-Mex not as good as authentic Mexican. Okay, interesting. So what is it? But like, what is it? What makes it Tex? Is it just like different sauces, different flavors? Because like a burrito is a burrito. Like if you change the fundamental part, it's not a burrito anymore. Therefore, it's probably not Mexican. Tex-Mex just adds cheddar to everything. Oh, really? It's just cheese? I've been doing that anyway. I add cheese to everything anyway. Love Cajun food. Might make some Cajun fries right now, actually. Damn, I can't wait. I told you to go check out the Cajun accent. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we did. It's a wild one. Straight Mexican is much better. Burrito tacos are superior. Look, maybe I need to give burrito tacos another go, but when I tried them in Australia, I actually wasn't a fan. Yeah, I'll try them again though. When in Rome, you know? Authentic Mexican doesn't use cheese. Really? That's funny. It's interesting you say that because I remember the first time I went to Mexico, this is in 2014 or something, went to Mexico City, which is not a tourist place. Okay, no one speaks English there. I was with my girlfriend at the time who was blonde, okay, and everyone was staring at her like she was a fucking Nordic walking through the city. And we couldn't read Spanish. So we just sat at a restaurant and she liked cheese. And we were trying to order something and we didn't know what the hell was what. So she just picked the like burrito or whatever it was, something tortilla that said queso, which is cheese, right? Just thinking like whatever it is, it's going to have cheese on it. So I'll probably like it. The food got served and I kid you not, it was like a sliced piece of cheese off of a block wrapped in a tortilla. That's it. Nothing else. Literally nothing else. Just a slice of cheese in a tortilla. So she literally did get the tortilla con queso with nothing else. So it does make sense that that's not a traditional Mexican dish. And it does make sense that Tex-Mex is basically just add cheese. Was it all cheese? The whole thing. Literally not even a salsa. I think maybe the salsas come on the side, but served, bread, cheese, nothing else. Josh, you should check out Stephen Greer's announcement. Is it like a 10-minute thing? If it's not too long, we could maybe watch it. Or we could just maybe save it for another weird. We could save it for Weird Week. That's probably the better thing to do. I think I've seen a little bit of it. From my understanding, he's basically just roasting the fact that Lou Elizondo and co are getting disclosure awards before any kind of disclosure has actually happened, which is fair enough. I think that's fair enough. I don't know what else he's saying, though. The thing is with Greer, I feel like no, unless it's him doing the disclosure, he's going to have a problem with it. Because that's just the way Greer operates. And I think he does a lot of good work, and I like listening to things he has to say. But he also might be a reptilian. Now, I'm not the only one who thinks that, okay? There's something weird about the guy. And actually, I'll show you why exactly. Because he looks like this, okay? And yes, did I have this photo? Did I know exactly where to find this photo? Yes. Because we saved it the other day when we were streaming on Twitch, and we were all over on Twitch discussing that he could be a reptilian. And then I wanted to get a freeze frame reference on why I think that. And here it is. So, you know, I think it's a valid theory, to be honest. I think a lot of us can see why Stephen Greer might in fact be a reptilian. And that's just one of the frames. There are many. But we can save those for another time. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Josh is so funny. So much fun hearing your American experience. I'm glad you guys are able to enjoy it in your own way through me. I'm having a great time here. I really am. I know I'll definitely be coming back. There's so much of this country to see, and you can't do it all in one trip, unfortunately. And honestly, you know, I would much rather take my time with places as well. Like, I'm really fitting stuff in, but in a way it's kind of cool to see the places that I like. And then when I do come back, I'd be like, I'm going to spend longer in there. And maybe I won't go there. Portland, Oregon. Sorry, no hate on Portland. The weather just wasn't great. Can't do it all in one lifetime. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I feel lucky because I feel like I've seen more of America than a lot of Americans. And you know, that's not shade to Americans in particular. I feel like we're all guilty of that with our own country, right? Like I've not really traveled Australia the way I've traveled here or anywhere. You know what I mean? Like we always kind of take our own backyard for granted, I think. I have been to the Great Barrier Reef. That's probably the main. Well, I've seen the Opera House, and you know, I've been to Sydney. I've been to most of like the bigger cities. Been to the Great Barrier Reef, but that's like about it. I've never been to Uluru. I think that would be a really cool trip to do. Because I don't know what the hell that thing is, but I'm not buying the fact that it's just a rock. I'm not. I'm much more open to the fact that it could be a space ark. No, I've never been to Canberra either. Look, I don't know what Uluru is, right? But this is what trips me out about it. All around it, there's no giant rocks. There's not even any like, oh, that's a pretty reasonable sized boulder. No, there's nothing. It's just the biggest rock of all time. And what I want to know, think about it, how far into the ground does that thing go? Like, we see this kind of like top layer, right? That in the ground, that could be like a massive long wedge. And it's smack bang in the middle of Australia. All around it is completely desolate outback. And it makes me wonder, like, did that thing hit the earth, penetrate deep into the ground, annihilate fucking everything around it? That's why people only live on the coastline in Australia. And wipe out all the dinosaurs. Maybe that's what wiped out the dinosaurs. I'm obviously just making shit up right now, but I find these hypotheses far more plausible than the fact that there just happens to be a giant rock in the middle of a place where there's no big rocks. Guess it's a special rock. I want to know deeper than that. I want more than that. How did it get there? Why? When? Why is there no other rocks around here? These are the questions that I want to know. I don't feel satisfied with like, oh, there's a big rock in the middle of Australia. Why? Why aren't more people asking why? 6 kilometers underground, Krista? Really? Is this fact? If this thing is actually 6 kilometers underground, then it is definitely a space ark. Okay? It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. Trump's a reptilian for sure. Probably MAGA also. Yeah, I do think Trump is MAGA. Just a hunch. Don't quote me on it, but I think he might be. Reptilian, also not sure. Not sure. Wouldn't surprise me, though. Most of them are. The rock is actually on its side. It's been pushed up through the earth way back when. Really? It's true. Google it. Okay. Let me have a look here. How deep underground does Uluru go? Like a colossal... Actually, look, should we pull this up here? Hold up. Let me get this up so you guys can see. I didn't prepare for this, so just give me a moment and we can do that. Okay. Does anyone, like, I know Australians obviously do. Does anyone not know what Ayers Rock is, by the way? What do we want to go over here? And we want to go... Oh my gosh. Okay, now you guys can see. Like a colossal rock iceberg, the vast majority of Uluru's mass is hidden beneath the earth. While it stands 348 meters, 1,142 feet high, geologists estimate its hidden roots plunge between 2.5 kilometers and 6 kilometers. That's 1.5 to 3.7 miles for the free folk in the chat. Underground. Because of its hidden depth, Uluru, along with the nearby Kata Judah Formation, is not just an isolated boulder, but the tip of a massive ancient geological structure. These formations originated roughly 550 million years ago. Just a casual 550 million, by the way. Wow. Okay, let's so this is the rock for anyone who doesn't know. See what I'm saying? Sorry. Let's just look at this. People want to act like it's totally normal that this rock is here, and it's just a big rock. It's just a big rock. Like, come on. It's aliens. Look, I'm not even saying that it's aliens, but like the fact of how anomalous this thing is, it's like, dude. And by the way, like, let's get some size comparisons in here because I think this will shock people. Yeah, this is a good one. Actually, let's do this one. Flat as far as the eye can see all round. I know, right? Okay, so look at this, guys. Right, so this is Uluru in the background, okay? This is the big red thing you see. That's the rock. And then to compare to it, it's taller than the Eiffel Tower. It absolutely dwarfs the Statue of Liberty. It's about just over half as tall as the Great Pyramid of Giza, way bigger than Big Ben, and it obviously is way bigger than the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So there you go. Like, I mean, yeah, most of you guys are American. This is, can you guys see my mouse? Yes. This is the Statue of Liberty. Look how tall, and it's not even just how tall it is, it's then how wide it is, and then how long it is as well. Like, it's just incredible. And I've never been here. And this is what I'm saying, you know. Oh,
Ruby, what's the matter?
Let's watch it one more time.
What's the matter, Ruby? Are you scared of sus dog? Is Ruby scared of sus dog? Oh. Oh, he's gonna get ya! Oh.
I love the ending. So yeah, that's what I'm saying is that we need to see more of our own country because we take it for granted, and something like that is such an anomaly. And for those of you who maybe don't know, I did some deep dives on this a while back, but Uluru, it's a place that's seen as like highly sacred and spiritual by the indigenous that are from that area. But so is Mount Zeal, which is like, I don't know, it's like 20 kilometers away, 10 miles or something like that. It's very close. And oh, wait, sorry, no. It's 10 kilometers from Pine Gap. Mount Zeal, it's still not that far from Uluru, but that also has the same thing. It's like and Mount Zeal is one of the 4 mountains that, the remote viewers said is an alien base. That's a little bit north of Uluru, which is then right next to Pine Gap. So all of this strangeness is centralized to the center of Australia, where it's just desert. And we know people love to mess around with spooky things in the desert, don't we? Mark says, in my opinion, Tex-Mex is Americanized Mexican food, and it's usually very good. If you get Mexican food, it can be great or it can be nasty. Legit Mexican is way better than Tex-Mex. I like that response because, I mean, I've had some great Mexican here, like authentic Mexican, and it's been awesome. Like proper, like corn tortilla, little mini tacos with just like some meat on it, and you put your own salsa on it. You just smash them down. So good. But that is one thing I noticed when I was in Mexico and then I went home. I was like, we have like a place called like Zambreros. We have Guzman. These places, it's like westernized Mexican, and it's really good. Like, it's good. I like it, but it's not the same as authentic Mexican. And I do think authentic Mexican is really good too. If it's made well, of course, like anything. David says, Uncanny Expeditions did a video recently about the cement plant. He actually walked to it and used a drone. Yes, I've heard about this. I've been meaning to check it out. I'll probably watch some of that stuff tonight, actually, because we're probably going to head out either tomorrow again or the next day and maybe head out near the cement plant. Yeah, interesting. Don't know if it really is owned by Lockheed Martin like people have suggested. But, I will say Sedona has like a bit of a weird vibe to it, I think. And I don't think it's just all the mountains and stuff. You never know though, right? Like if it's like placebo, because everyone knows that this is like the spiritual center. And there's a whole lot of that stuff going on here. But it's like, so you never really know if it's placebo or if you get here and you kind of like, this place feels weird. It kind of feels like, I mean, I know he's talking about a completely different thing, but you know how there's that clip of Mel Gibson talking about Hollywood when he first got to Hollywood, and he's like, I kind of felt like everything's just a bit weird and it kind of feels like this is crazy town, but no one's talking about it. It's kind of like that. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's there are people, performing human sacrifice and using human blood as a currency to rejuvenate their skin. I'm not saying that, but the same kind of thing of like, you're kind of walking around and you're just like, something feels weird here. And I don't know what it is. So there you go. I don't know if anyone else has felt that's been here, but I do. See you next Tuesday. With not you guys, the man in the chat with 3 months says, don't miss Colorado next time. Come camping in the Rockies. Dude, that sounds awesome. I think Colorado has some good snowboarding, right? Is it Colorado? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That I would be down for. I'd love to come back in the winter. I feel like that would be a whole different experience as well. Mark says, Uluru. I, as an American, always thought it was Uluru. Uluru. Yeah, no, you are right. It is Uluru. Uluru. I am saying Uluru, or was I not? Anyway, you are right. It is Uluru. But when you're just flowing and you're vibing, the accent starts to twang a little bit. That's just the Australian way. And that's one thing I will tip my hat to the Americans for, is you guys really enunciate your words very perfectly, very clearly, almost to the point where it's comical. We don't. We kind of just open our mouth a little bit, make sound, and then wiggle our tongue and hope that you understand what we're trying to say. That's the Australian way. So I totally understand the confusion there. Bruce says, get a bigger room next time. Fuck you, Bruce. And thank you for the $20. No, I'm kidding. Well, thank you, but I'm kidding about fuck you. There is actually more to this place. This is just my bedroom. There is a kitchen. There is a bathroom. So there is more here. There is a backyard. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Like mumble rap. Yeah, essentially, we are basically like mumble rappers, except we're just speaking to you. And just like mumble rap, you have no idea what the fuck they're saying. Shout out mumble rap, the worst music ever. You know society is on a decline when mumble rappers are platformed. You know it's fucking over when dudes with like rainbow hair, grills, and fucking tattoos all over their cheeks are cool. You know your society is being destroyed when people like that are the cool guys. That's how you know you've been infiltrated and destroyed from within. And that's the West. That's not just America, that's the West. Because people think that's cool over there too. Actual clowns. It's funny because it's ironically, they do actually look like clowns. Very funny, actually. I don't know what mumble rap is, and I'm not going to try to find out. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I mean, it's really what it sounds like. Just crank up the auto-tune. Probably consume a cocktail of narcotics and speak into a microphone over a beat, and you have mumble rap. Mumble rap is just a dude on too much oxy to enunciate. There you go. My man Lucas already knew it. We're all on the same page here. It's a hive mind. I love my skinny jeans and battle jacket. I don't know if I know what a battle jacket is. That like a bomber jacket, like a leather bomber jacket? I'm a fan of the skinny jeans though. Some people hate skinny jeans. I actually have skinny jeans with me, and I like them and I do wear them. Although I was like, I haven't worn actual jeans in a long time. Ooh, skinny jeans. Don't take away my skinny jeans. See, it's polarizing, isn't it? I mean, for me, it's like, that's what I've always worn. Black skinny jeans. I've worn them since I was like 14 years old, so I feel comfortable in them. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, I should probably get just like some nice normal jeans. I feel like they go with a lot of things. Probably a cool thing to get, especially in America. I feel like is like jeans and denim like sort of synonymous with America for some reason, or do I just have that in my head? Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm fucking glowing. I look like fucking Mr. Burns when he came out of the woods that time. Emo Josh. Yep, you all know it. You've all seen it. You've all seen the pictures. Denim Josh. Just anything I do, it's just a new version of me. Denim Josh, cowboy hat Josh, GMC truck Josh. They're all just new personalities of mine. I'm a denim girl, jeans all the time. Yeah, I definitely got to get some. Jeans were invented for American miners. Really? I need to get me a pair. Texas, we need to get cowboy hat, denim jeans. And you know what? May as well just get a big belt buckle while I'm at it, right? And maybe a flannelette shirt and some cowboy boots, and then just live in Texas for the rest of my life. I've worn black skinny jeans since middle school, skater kid. See, you know, real recognizes real. I get it. We're cut from the same cloth, Silver Slayer. Probably would have been friends in high school. Austin has a pay by the pound goodwill. What does that mean? does that mean you can just go to Goodwill and like pay for an amount in weight, and they just chuck a bunch of random clothes in there, and you just get whatever's in there? You're a GI Joe now, didn't you know? I will be when I get my cowboy outfit. Josh, do you want to be in a game I'm making? Possibly. What's the game? I'm not stupid enough to not ask what the game is before agreeing to it. Denim jeans, white tank top, denim jacket, crocodile boots, and a cowboy hat, pack of Marlboros too. You know what's funny is I remember, I think we were talking in Discord, or maybe it was on a stream. I don't know. But I was telling you guys about how in Australia we call just like, oh yeah, because, no, I don't know what it was. We were talking about the fact that you guys don't use the word singlet, but we do. And what we discovered that we both call a singlet is a wife beater, which is obviously a horrible name, but it is funny that you don't know what a singlet is, but we both Australian and Americans know what a wife beater is. Ruben goes, what? Ruben obviously hasn't heard of a wife beater. Unfortunate. Or no, a singlet. No, not a stingler. Not a stingler. A singlet. A singlet. I think singlet is one of the most strange words. I don't know why, but I went through this point in my life that I remember when I was like 12 where I just kept saying the word singlet to myself over and over, and then I just got lost into an abyss of a black hole of like, this is such a fucking weird word. And I don't know why it happened, and I don't know why I remember it, but I do. But I do. And now when I think of weird words, it's always singlet. I'm even starting to feel weird because I've said it too much. In Ireland, we call it a muscle top. Yeah, we have like muscle tanks, like tank tops, muscle tanks. We have those, but they're like a little bit different. Like a muscle tank would kind of be like a thicker shoulder, whereas a singlet is like thin. I actually have a singlet with me. I have a black wife beater with me. Don't clip that out of context. Do a stream with your cowboy fit on. Dude, if I actually get one, which I do intend to, I absolutely will. I got to say, guys, I'm so bummed that my phone doesn't have the upload speed to do IRL streams. Like, that's something I was really looking forward to doing here, but it can't. I think you really need Starlink to do that shit, which is so ironic because ever since I've been in Bali, people have been like, get Starlink. But it's hard to organize that kind of shit on the road, to be honest. You know, I'm always moving around. John Anthony says, I thought a singlet is a one-piece bikini. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe in this part of the world it is. I hate the fact that when you said that, the first thing I thought of was the Borat mankini rather than a beautiful woman in a one-piece bikini. The first thing I thought of was hairy Borat in a one-piece. There you go. There you go. That's where my mind went first. Fantastic. Mark says, Levi's might not be the coolest jeans, but they've been solid since 1873. Just saying that blue jeans are straight up American. Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of getting at. It's got this like American feel to it. I probably should have got some when I was in. Is San Francisco the home of Levi's jeans? Is that why they have Levi's Stadium there? Or is it just a coincidence? Does anyone know where Levi's originates from? And is Levi's not a good brand of jeans? Because I actually thought you said they're not the coolest. I actually thought Levi's was like a cool pair of jeans. Clearly, I'm not cool. But if anyone can help me, then I will be able to buy a cool pair of jeans and potentially become cool. Probably not, though. San Fran is the home of singlets. Get them in Texas. What size are you, Josh? I might have some Levi's for you. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm probably like a 36, but normally like a 30, normally like a 32, to be honest. Assuming we're talking about waistband here. Because that's generally how jeans are measured, right? Yeah, usually like a 32, but right now probably like a 45. Texas is jeans country for sure. Exactly. And I want to fit in. They were invented for miners. Really, that's interesting. I had no idea about that. Bikini means two-piece. You mean one-piece bathing suit. Yeah, but I wasn't talking about that. I think that's just what John thought a singlet was. I feel like a one-piece does have its own name, though, but I can't think of it. I put a screenshot of my Mortal Kombat Killer Instinct fighting game in Discord. Okay, let's take a look. Killer Instinct, by the way, what a classic. Used to smash that on the N64. But it was a Nintendo 64 exclusive, so, you know, you're never going to get as much here. Oh, damn. So it's like a fighting game? Dude, yes, please put me in this game. Dude, okay, I'll put this in the chat so people can see it. Justin makes a lot of cool stuff. He's a very creative guy, very capable creative guy as well. Makes a lot of cool stuff. And he's making a game, and it looks like an arcade fighter with people from ufology. Dude, I hope you put in Lou Elizondo and Stephen Greer, because that would be like the Man City, Man United if you're playing FIFA. You know what I mean? It's like the go-to class, the El Clasico, the Barcelona Madrid. You know, the Stephen Greer, Lou Elizondo, that's the classic. And if you do put in Stephen Greer, you have to make his special attack move that he does this and fires a giant laser beam out of his mouth. He grows scales and he fires that out of his mouth. Okay, that's my creative input for the game. But let's actually show the game so people can see it. Can we get some elevator music, please? Suki. Here it is. Quite large. Okay, so we've got a little arcade fighter taking place at the Dreamland Motel. Looks like we've got Clint Weldon and is that Xander? Yes. About to fight each other. Fantastic. Yes, I would love to be in this game. Do I get to have any say on like my special move? Are we doing special moves? I say we, I'm just inserting myself into this creative project now, which I am, because it looks fun. Birchett says Dud Gummer and we'll have a skateboard. Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. Does he use a skateboard as a weapon? That reminds me of like Tekken, when you could get Yoshimitsu. If you did the right combo, he would like pull out the sword and stab people. There's got to be a move where he like trucks someone with the skateboard. Or he like hits them in the shins with a skateboard. If you've ever been hit in the shin with a skateboard, you know that would be a finishing move. Make Lou Elizondo short as hell. No, if you do Lou Elizondo, he's got to have some kind of deception move where he like shows an image of himself and, you know, it's like a false copy. And then the person like tries to attack him, but then he appears on the other side. It was just, you know, it was like a decoy. I think that's got to be one of Lou's special moves. See, I love this shit. I love this coming up with stuff like this. I don't know why, but this is like my jam. Just riffing on creative nonsense. Josh's special move, redacted. That would be good. Just hit him with the
redacted.
And then you just redact them out of the game. They're gone. You just automatically win. No one could beat that move. And I think that should be my finishing move, actually. You like the kangaroo? You kick like a kangaroo? Oh, dude. Where did I see that video? Actually, it was on my TikTok. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Another crazy video. Actually, if you follow me on TikTok, I'm pretty sure I reposted it because it was just so wild. It was two kangaroos fighting on someone's porch and they were kicking the shit out of each other. And like proper fighting. Oh my God, my TikTok's not logged in. God damn it. Well, I reposted it on my TikTok if you want to go watch it. If you want to go watch two kangaroos properly kick the shit out of each other, because who wouldn't? Normal viewing, right? This is the kind of stuff we all watch when we're just trying to relax at night, right? We all try to watch kangaroos fight each other. Go ahead. Polarity Josh on TikTok. Check us a follow. Susie says the shrooms are kicking in, so I'll say ciao for now. The sky is calling me. Maybe I'll call in craft tonight. Danger, danger, Susie QNC, you have been identified by the government for taking hallucinogenic drugs. Danger. No, I'm just kidding, Susie. I'm just kidding. You're doing fine. You're going to have an amazing trip, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care. Mark says, Levi's can be cool. It depends on the year. They were cool in elementary school, not cool in junior high or high school, but now cool again. There is no such thing as a one-piece bikini. How does that even work? What do you mean there's no such thing as a one-piece bikini? I wear them all the time. No, I'm kidding. But there obviously is. Baywatch. That's a one-piece bikini, right? I mean, I'm not going to pull photos of that up because I don't want to get deleted. But look up Baywatch. Type in Baywatch, Pamela Anderson. That's a one-piece bikini. I'm sure Lucas is an expert in that image. Lucas, would you be able to pull that up for us? Seeing a few pigeons in the chat. Are we having issues here? It looks good on my end. Kangaroo Jacked, new T-shirt idea. Oh, guys, okay, fuck. That reminds me. I've got these shirts, these new shirt ideas that I want to publish. As some of you guys would have seen one of them in the Polarity vlog, of the Polarity Dodgers like style. I've got that and a couple of other ideas. But yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to launch merch when I'm not streaming, when I'm not like as active. You know what I mean? I kind of want to have the time to like make it a cool launch and make it fun, and you know, I might wait till I get home and then maybe add a couple more things. Oh, we've got oh wow, Justin's got a whole thing going on here. Can I share some of these, Justin? Can I share some of these like levels that you've got here? They're really cool. Wow, you can fight out the front of the White House, in the S4 hangar in front of the sports model, on an aircraft carrier. Dude, these are sick. I love that you do stuff like this, bro. Like, I mean, I'm assuming this is really just like a fun creative project for you. And you're just kind of doing it because it's fun and it's funny. And I think that's even better. Like, I love that people are just creating because it's fun and it feels good and it's funny. I love that shit. It's the best reason to create, I think. All right, let me grab a couple of these and share them. We'll grab the one in the S4 hangar, and we'll grab the White House, and I'll grab a close-up of one of these characters. I feel like people would probably know Pavel the most, so we'll grab him. Well, you would probably know him if you just watch my channel because he's been on it. Some of you guys might watch the other boys a bit more, but we've had Pavel on here, so we'll show him. Here is the S4 level. We can beat the shit out of each other in front of the sports model. Fantastic. We've also got the White House. Was this inspired by UFC 250? UFC Freedom 250? Tism Focus. No one asked for this. That's right, Justin. They didn't. And the fact that you're still making it is the best part. No one asked for it, but they're going to get it anyway. And I love that. And here's Pavel. Looks awesome. He actually gifted me that t-shirt. I have that t-shirt here. Great guy. Looks good. Looks jacked. He must be on that TRT here because he's looking good. He's looking like he benches 225 easy. That'll be cool, man. It's the Senate Capitol. Amazing, bro. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the finished product. How long do you think it's going to take you to finish something like that? Or is it already finished? You're just making characters? I had a couple of weirdos as secret characters. I want to play this game. I mean, are you like, how would people play it? Do you release it on Steam? Is there a way people just like run it locally and can play with each other? Or is it literally just sort of like it's not that deep? You know what I mean? Am I getting too deep on this? I'm too invested. I started 2 days ago, but built all the voiceover in SFX. Wow. Dude, I can't wait to see like a functioning little gameplay tester. Oh, it's on a website. Can two people verse each other? Like, could I verse you? That's got to be a lot more work, right? Not that deep. My favorite Gen Z phrase. Is that a Gen Z phrase, is it? It's interesting. It's funny when you realize you're picking up on like young people lingo. I sent you a link. Okay, let's have a look. Fatal Contact. Dude, I love the play on words too. While that's loading, speaking of Mortal Kombat, I might just shamelessly plug that my name is in the credits of Mortal Kombat 2. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's my claim to fame. Okay. Wait, can I play it? Oh my God, it's fucking loud. Holy shit. Sorry for swearing like that. That just scared the shit out of me. Okay. So you can actually play. Let's do this. Here we go. Fatal Contact. You just. And I want you guys to be able to hear the music though. I feel like it's part of the experience. I'm building a menu and settings right now. Okay, so this is getting worked on as we're playing it. You guys hear that? May actually kick me off YouTube, so we might just mute that for a second. All right, let's go verse. We go versus or you got a campaign? Oh, dude, that's sick. So you can play as one of these characters and go through all the levels. Let's just do a versus. I'm gonna be Pavel, and I'm gonna fight Dan. And we're gonna do it. What do we got here? The podcast studio, Dreamland Motel. Dude, this is amazing. This is really cool. Area 51, Nimitz Carrier, S4, Skinwalker Ranch, new studio, Capitol Steps, Skiff, or in a dumb. I think I'm gonna go Skinwalker Ranch because I'm in spooky land at the moment. No animation at the moment. Right. So this is kind of as far as you've gotten. There's nothing works yet. Oh wait, I'm controlling Dan. Oh yep. Okay, I see. So I can move left and right with my WASD, and I can move Dan with my arrows. Is there any moves? Can I do anything? Nothing. I'm losing health though. Why am I losing? I'm losing health standing here. That's weird. Dude, that's this is so cool, man. I think J is punch and K is kick, L is block. Oh yeah, so you can kind of see when I press J, it's like making an action. L is block, K is kick. Yep. I see. Let me see if I can punch him. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can sort of see it. You can see the foundation is there. And I was actually taking his health down there. Dude, that's really cool. Love it. I love that you're doing this. Just for the love of the game, baby. Oh, we got redacted there. No, that's really cool, man. Love it. Definitely let me know when it's all built out. There is an obstacle. I need to turn it off. Right, that's what that thing was. Fantastic. So yeah, in Sedona. We're in Sedona for another couple of days. Another couple of nights. Then it's down to Houston, Texas for the 4th of July, which is obviously exciting just because it's the 4th of July anyway. Not only is it the 250th anniversary or Independence Day, but apparently there's a really big celebration in Houston. I don't know if that's something that happens every year and it's just going to be bigger this year for 250, or it's just something this year for 250. But I've heard lots about it and I'm really excited for that. Then it's up to Dallas for a couple of days, and I wish I was spending longer in Dallas. I feel like I got psyoped into not spending long in Dallas. I don't know why. I feel like I was just getting hounded like, no, Dallas is boring. Don't go to Dallas, blah, blah, blah. But now I wish I was spending way more time in Dallas and less time in Houston. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. Still going to have a great time. I'm probably going to go to a Texas Rangers game up in Houston as well. And then down to Austin. Look up Kyle Odom. Do you mean like look up his case? Because I've covered it extensively on the channel. If you search Kyle Odom Polarity, you can find those videos and live streams. If you mean look up Kyle Odom as in go and find him, I don't think he is willing to talk to anyone, from what I understand. I would love to talk to him, though. I would love to talk to him. And I would love to talk to Tim Remington, the church pastor. The church pastor. No, get in touch with him. Yeah, I just don't think you can. I did put the call out. I put the call out on X somewhat recently, and said, if anyone happens to know him or if he sees this, I would love to get in touch with him. But yeah, nothing came of that, unfortunately. Okay, you know what? We've got a little bit left on the stream, and we've just had a couple of Suki updates come in clutch here. So I will share those with you guys in 1 second. I haven't even watched them yet either. I'm just grabbing them now. And we can watch these. Did that just... No. Amazing. I'm lucky my dog was born deaf, so the fireworks don't bother him. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, fireworks really freak some dogs out. I'm lucky with Suki. Just totally not bothered. Totally not bothered. I mean, I wouldn't say not bothered. She definitely, like, when the first firework goes off, like, her head will pop up and like, what the fuck is that? But I find with her, when she sees that, like, she'll like look at me, and if I'm chilling, she's like, okay, we're good. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, there's no problem here. I think we have a good bond like that. And she's just a good dog like that. She doesn't bark unless someone's coming to the door or like getting too close to the house, which is perfect. I can't stand when people's dogs just bark and people are just standing there like trying to continue having a conversation with you. Meanwhile, the dog is just going, bow, bow, bow. It's kind of like, mate, why are you talking to me? I can't really hear you or focus on what you're saying because your dog is piercing my eardrums and you're acting like nothing's happening. I just don't get that. Please make your dog stop barking. That's just a public service announcement to anyone with a dog. If your dog's barking for no reason, ask it to stop. For everyone's sanity around you, just ask it to stop, please. Dogs be barking. It is what it is. Yeah, I just don't really buy that, actually. Dogs be barking if you've never trained it. Yeah, they definitely do be barking if you've never trained your dog. Absolutely. But if you have a dog, you should train it. You should train it so you can, bring it around other people and it's not disruptive. I'm sorry. I feel like that's maybe a bit of a hot take, actually, but, I said it and I stand by it. Josh, you're becoming an old man. No, I've always been this way. I've always been this way. I don't like unnecessary noise, okay? Maybe it's autism. I don't know. I do like to wear noise-canceling headphones. And I don't like unnecessary noise. It literally probably is autism. And that's okay. Old souls unite. My little fella only barks when I'm playing with him. Yeah, that's different. 100%. You know what I mean? Like, if your dog's playing, if they're doing something that, like, if they're excited, they warrant. But, like, I'm talking about when when you're, like, in their home and the dog's just barking. Just constantly barking. It's like, bro, stop that. Why are we allowing this? Same ADHD for sure. Yep. Yeah. Maybe it's autism. Maybe it's Maybelline. It's probably a bit of both. Okay, sorry. We're meant to be looking at Suki videos, aren't we? Oh, we've just got a photo in from Taris. Shout out to Taris, recovering in hospital. Bro, I don't know what you're doing in hospital, but I hope you're okay. I hope it's, nothing too crazy, and I hope you recover quickly, man. Shout out to you. Okay, what do we got here? All right, we're gonna play these Suki videos for you guys. Aussietism. Yeah, it could be a bit of that too. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Just gonna pause it because I need to put the sound on for me. Always so far ahead. Doesn't know how far ahead she is. Look, doesn't care either. Look at that. The happy waddle. I love it. Bro, look at that girl. She is fit. That is a healthy dog right there. What a good girl. Love it. Love it. Look at that trot. I know, right? Little happy staffy waddle trot. It's the best. It's like raw dopamine. All right, we got one more. I'm going to have to do the same with this one. Make it a bit bigger. And this one. Okay, here we go. It's funny to me because I just like see her mannerisms and I just like, it's just so her the way she's being. Still so far away. She's like, are you coming or what? Yeah, she's like, come on, bro. What are you doing back there? We got rabbits to chase. I got things to sniff. I got 400 things I got to pee on. What are you doing? Hurry up. Suki the Explorer. Yeah, she is. She's having a great time. She looks serious. She's serious about her peeing, that's for sure. A full standoff. Yep. She's like, mate, this is walk time. I'm not coming back there. I'm not coming back there. Does she have Boston in her genetics? She just looks hella Boston Terrier right there. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Jen. And like from my understanding, no. She was, I bought her. I bought her thinking I was buying an English Staffy, but then I saw the dad and I was like, that's a horse. And then I realized it's probably not even an American Staffy. I think she's a pit bull. That's what I think from reading about like the temperament of the American Staffy versus pit bull. I think she's a pit bull. It was like a backyard breeder type thing. But they did tell me like whatever the Staffy or pit bull that she is, it's crossed with bulldog. And I don't even think that that's it's not just like a normal bulldog. It's probably a bulldog mix, and I think you can definitely see that in her. Yeah, pity mix. Yeah, she's a pity mix for sure. She's definitely got that like pity intensity and excitement to her. Like, she's crazy. Like she can be crazy with a lot of energy, but like she also like loves with that kind of, she's got it's just 100%. Whatever she's doing is 100%. She doesn't do any half measures. We need the aliens to show themselves on videos live in front of a huge crowd and show proof of life to all. Stop hiding in the dark night and in faint dreams or in government shadows. Well, it's a very out of pocket comment there, Ruben. Quite off topic, but I'm into it. The thing is, I think that is what we would need to accept disclosure. But I think, in my opinion, the reality of it is that the aliens are probably in charge. So the friction that we feel in our Congress and in our government to actually get any progress in this topic is because the control structure stopping it is probably embedded within, and it is stopping it from happening because the control structure is the aliens themselves. Like, if you just think about it, like very, very logically, like if you just kind of like remove everything that we kind of know and you just think like, why wouldn't a government at least show an interest? Show an interest in like, wait, so there's these things in the sky. There's super high technology that could maybe benefit us in some way. You're not even like, not only are you apparently not interested in it, you're denying it's even real. You're denying that it's even real, and you're apparently not interested in it. Like, that just like fundamentally doesn't make sense. Like, that's sus, dog. Like, in fact, get him out. Ruby, come here, Ruby. God, where's sus, dog? Where the fuck is it? I've gotten pulled in too many memes in here. What the fuck? Where is it? I think it's not actually here. I can't have this. Sorry. Let me come back over here. He's in here somewhere. Here, I can bring him. Ruby. Who's that, Ruby? Yeah. Very sus dog. Very sus dog indeed. We'll make sure he doesn't get deleted again. There we go. I've been waiting 60 years for the aliens to help humanity. Yeah, right. Yeah, look, that's the thing. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save me. Jesus isn't. Sky Daddy isn't. The Meshiach isn't. No one's coming. Okay? This shit's only going to change if you and us collectively do something about it. In your own life and our collective experience on Earth. No one's coming to change it except us. And I think keeping people in a state of anticipation, of like waiting, like something's going to come, they're all going to come and everything's going to be fixed. No, that just lures you into an infinite sense of like just like being passive, living this like passive life of like no activity, no progress, not creating any action to building the life that you want because you're waiting for something else to come and do it for you. Nothing's coming. And the sooner you start making changes, the sooner it will reflect in your reality. Just like with religious saviors coming to save us. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's all the same shit. I feel like all modern religions, and caveat is that I do think some of them have good teachings, good messages, things that if we all lived and adhered to, it would create a more cohesive and harmonious society. However, the structure of modern religion feels like a psyop to take all the agency away from you and feel like you are eating out of or waiting to eat out of the hand of something bigger than, when in reality, you already got it. You already got all of it. Man, Peter Thiel, let's just talk about him for a few hours, please. Sean, I think we need to save that one for another podcast. In fact, we probably need to do that in Weird Week. Like I said, guys, Jonathan Reed interviews coming out soon. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. I know it's going to be divisive. I know it's going to be, people are going to be one way, just totally against it, and some people are going to be all in. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing it, making up your own mind. Be respectful to Jonathan and to me. That'd be nice. Be respectful if you don't agree with him in the comments. But like I said, after the dust has settled on that interview, which will hopefully be out in a few days, I think I'm going to do another follow-up video and actually kind of give you guys like my final thoughts on what I actually feel. But I don't want to taint or sway your opinion because I want you guys to make up your own mind about it once you've seen the documentary, watched my little deep dives on it, and then hear him speak. I feel like there's nothing quite like hearing someone sit down for 3 hours. You know, it's essentially unedited. Obviously, it's edited to like add in overlays and clean it up a little bit, but it's not like manipulated into what he's saying. So, you know, I think when you get a chance to sit down with someone for 3 hours, you get a good gauge on him. Hopefully, you guys think that I asked some good questions. It came together very quickly, so I didn't have lots of time to prepare for it, but I just tried to kind of I had a few basic things I wanted to ask, and then I just tried to go in the moment and pick at the little things that he was saying that I felt needed a bit of clarification, but also just wanted to give him the chance to like tell the story and, you know, see if it lines up to the story that he's told for 30 years. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Does he have Parkinson's? That I'm not sure of, but he did tell me that he has had a few strokes. He told me that off camera. I don't think he would be against me sharing that. I don't see why not, but you can visibly see that there is like some shaking going on. So it could be a result of that for sure. All right, guys. I think that's about it. We've hit our 2-hour limit, just like the disclosure hearing. And we have a time limit. Okay. I could just about to divulge all the secrets that are hiding underneath Lockheed Martin. But unfortunately, we only had 5 minutes for you to speak today. So unlucky. I guess we'll find out who is subverting our Constitution at the next UFO congressional hearing. Guys, thank you. Keep going. Look, honestly, I could, but I like to keep these shows short and punchy. You got to think, see, this is why YouTube sucks, by the way, because you got to think of the rewatchability, and other people want to come and watch this after the fact. No one wants to watch a 4-hour stream. Trust me. That's what Twitch is for. Twitch is where we can just go on and talk shit and hang out for a while. I can't do that tonight because I have to edit this interview. If I wasn't doing that, I would say, let's go over to Twitch and we'll just go until we're done. But tonight, I got to edit this interview. You guys know how much I love editing. I can't wait to get into it and have so much fun. Just quickly, before we leave, Fly snuck in a super chat. He says, how do you feel about Bob Lazar on Area 52 pod literally saying the technology is too good to release? It's always been about the technology and energy. I don't know, too good to release. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just think that's such a wide question. Like, too good for who? For what? What kind of technology? I could understand too dangerous, but like too good? That's a bit of a weird statement. I don't know if I agree with that, but I believe Bob Lazar. I believe Bob Lazar. I do. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, your night, whatever it is. Be good, be kind, get outside, touch some grass or touch some dirt if you're out here in the desert. Hopefully, we'll have another stream soon, a weird week, and the Jonathan Reed interview will be dropping. So keep an eye on that. Get on the socials. That's where you're going to see me when I'm live and what's coming up next. X, Instagram, @Polarity Josh, and join the Discord as well. The link for that is below. All right, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.
Eventually, people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
No matter how far you go into the dark, when you flip, you go exactly the same place to the light in our galaxy. Everything. Because everything is in balance. Everything is a polarity.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.